Care for a bite? No?
Oh well, more for me.
Probably a good idea that you said no. Not quite sure what food that grows in the underworld will do to you.
I've seen what happens when damned souls try to eat them. It is depressing. Give me a moment. This shield will keep that freezing, foul rain off of us, but I cannot mask the stench.
You may want to cover your nose, Wanderer. This is going to be deeply unpleasant. Oh, fuck it. It is worse than I remember. Like a corpse lying in its own filth, left out in the summer to rot. Oh. No, we cannot walk around it. If I was on my own, I would be able to bypass this grotesque circle. But since I'm escorting you, we need to take a path we can walk together. And it is just our misfortune that we need to pass through this place. No. That is not a river. At least not anymore. Look closer. Like Ashmodee's winds are filled with tortured lovers, Beelzebub's mires are filled with wallowing, putrid gluttons. Their filth and food mixing into one as the freezing rain pours down on them. We need to follow the path along the mire, but do not worry, we will steer clear of the banks. You are quite right, Wanderer. There is a dog down there. But those howls of suffering you hear come from the sinners below. Oh, for good reason. Speak of the devil, and here comes the good boy. Do not be afraid of his monstrous size, lashing ropes of black and red saliva, and his 3 heads. Just let me take care of him. He is a guard dog, and makes sure no one tries to escape the sludge. If they do, he mauls them with those fearsome claws. Just do not be afraid. He can smell it. Hello, little darling. Are you behaving yourself? Keeping those filthy sinners in line. No. They are not one of yours. See, they do not smell like they are from here. They smell nice and clean, and of my ever so sweet perfume. Good boy. Now you go back to tearing and biting at those disgusting sinners, and we will continue along our path. No, go. I'm sorry that I cannot stay, but I am certain your master is around here somewhere. Probably stuffing his repugnant face. And they will be back to play with you soon.
You'll be surprised what talk like that does to many people, not just dogs. They look almost like wild pigs, do they not? Kept in line by a 3-headed, vicious wolf. I imagine this sight has turned you off food for quite a while, Wanderer. Ugh, that apple is not sitting well with me. In the mortal realm, did you enjoy feasting from time to time? Not really? Me neither. Gluttony was not really one of my favourite vices. Though it does not necessarily mean being a gorger in the sense of overindulgence of food. It is more of a surrender to self-satisfying indulgence, in solitude, as opposed to the delights taken in the pleasure of another's flesh. Take a look at their eyes through all that filth. Their wide, blank, glassy eyes. They are blind to their neighbours wallowing in the mire. They cannot feel their presence. In their minds, they are completely alone in their suffering. Their senses filled with the stink of their sins. So pathetic. Naked and deserted in freezing rain. Just as they indulged on food, alcohol, drugs, and whatever else they desired. They are damned to do it forever. Completely and utterly alone in the dark. Your piteous look will do you no good. They cannot see the empathy in your eyes. And I hope you are not stupid enough to try to liberate one of them from the mire. I have seen that puppy render demons in twain. Such a greedy little thing. Ugh. Those demons are not nearly as appealing as the succubi we passed, with their rotting hogs' heads, their flesh sagging and splitting as they drag their bellies across the dirt. I will bet that if you escape this realm, you may fast for a few days. It might do you good, depending on how you fare after this little journey. Fasting, depriving yourself of that which you crave, can bring clarity, like those naked fools stumbling out into the wilderness after devouring what they should not have. Beelzebub's influence can taint even the sweetest of memories, like your wedding feast, filled with wine, mirth, fruit and finery. Are they starting to rot and ferment inside your mind? Think of what was more permanent than the passing feast. The first kiss with your beloved when you were joined as one. The look in her eyes as she gazed at you. The softness of her lips, sweet with wine and cake. My lips look similar to hers. A strange but flattering compliment. Thank you, dear wanderer. We have almost made our way through Gluttony, and thankfully Beelzebub was distracted by his bottomless feast. I hope that we are just as lucky for the rest of our journey. Keep up the swift pace, and barely stomach this land a moment longer.